Life, DJ Darren, doing some plumbing. So today, I actually got a lot more done than I thought I would. Doing plumbing, I'm doing my cold water lines. So it was really easy once I figured out how to use the tool. And I'll show that in a different thing, but this is the cutter tool. It was tough to figure out how to use it. And then this tool cuts existing rings off. And then this is my little crimper, so they got brass ring or little copper rings, and this crushes them. And so basically, I ran my whole line. So I got my line in here, the farthest point right there, going to my water heater, and so it comes through, comes behind my fridge, and then it comes out here, and then a stop up to my shower. Right? And this is the main line coming in. And then this goes over here, over there to the toilet, and also the sink. 2 lines. So I got that little nub there. That'll be a line right there for the toilet. And the toilet also has a sprayer. But I was going to even try and hook up hot water on the sprayer, but I'll just do cold water. We'll see. But there's the cold lines in, and then I'm going to cut out a little more here so I can run the red line too, parallel with it, and then the flooring will go over it. So the flooring will be over this piece, but then this will be behind the wall. I still want to be able to kind of get to things in case something happens, but I'll test all the lines under pressure, and when I'm done here, before I seal anything up in the walls, and then I'm going to do, like, pressure should be running about 45 psi. I'm going to run 60 or 70 pounds through it to make sure it's really good, and then I will never run more than 45 pounds after that. And I have gauges and all that ready to hook up, so if I hook up somewhere a water line, it goes into a pressure thing, so it's be impossible for me to get any water from anywhere. That's going to be too much pressure because it'll have to go through a regulator coming into my RV. 2 of them actually, so that ain't going to happen. 45 psi. So there you go. There's that up to the shower coming in, and this line comes around. This is my bedroom I'm in. So coming around there, this is neat here. If you don't have to cut, don't cut. See this thing? That's a right angle thing. You just kind of bend it easily, you know, or slowly, and it bends a right angle, and it should be okay. I mean, it does squeeze a little bit, but not bad. But I'd rather have that and have no fitting to, you know, if I had a fitting there, then there's 2 places that can fail. You know, where here, nothing's going to fail. So if I don't have to cut any of this and put fittings, I'm not going to do it, you know. Why do that? The more fittings there are, the more places that it can fail. So there's those. I only got the necessary ones in. There we go. Coming in here. And then this line will be right here. That'll be the out, the water filter. Okay, there's my pump. And there's my city water line coming in. It goes behind the water tank right here. The water tank goes into the pump and then exits the pump and the line. And then my city water coming in will be parallel. So both these will be parallel going into my water filter system. So whatever water, and I also, when I get city water outside, I have a whole nother filter canister and pressure regulator that it goes through. So it hooks onto the hose, and then that whole system, pressure regulator and water filter, then it comes in right there from outside. I just hooked it up, goes behind the tank. That'd be, you know, if you're hooking up somewhere at someone's house or a campsite or whatnot, and they have city water. You know, that's what we call city water. So coming in, comes around there, and then it joins parallel. It joins after the pump, right? You don't need to pump it. So it comes after the pump, because it has pressure already. It goes into the water filter system, triple system, and then the main out right there, the main cold water out, which feeds everything, and then down to the water heater, tankless water heater, and then that'll feed the red line, which I'll be putting in, and that'll come. It'll go up to the sink right there, the kitchen sink, and it'll come back around here, and then it will go up to my shower, and then it'll come across here, right, come over there, and then it will go to my bathroom sink. So my bathroom sink has cold and hot. Toilet, I'm just going to leave it cold, and then shower, hot and cold, of course, and then there's no hot lines going over in this area. This is all cold area and whatnot. And then somewhere I'm going to also put a line going out that can cap, that like if I want my own kind of mini hose, you know, like off my water pump, or if I want to hook a hose up with something like that, then I have my own hose I can kind of screw onto the outside of the RV and use it. But if it's off my water pump, then it won't be too much pressure, but enough to wash something. And if it's off city water, then I'll have unlimited water and pressure, then I'll just have my own little personal hose out there. But anyway, and then also need to run 2 lines down that go out. Before, this had 2 lines going down, so each hot water and cold water line, and it has a switch to turn on and off. It has a line that just goes straight down and out, so that you can drain the system, so that you can open it up and it'll drain down. So if you want to get all the water out of the system, I'm going to put it over here, where you just open it up somewhere, and you're able to pump out the hot water and the cold water, pump it all out, get it, you know, if you want to store it, or if you don't want it to freeze. In here it's going to be all insulated, but sometimes you want to drain all your pipes and your water, and that's how you do it. And it'll be 2 lines just going straight down, and they'll just leak right out the bottom, you know. So I'll figure out where to put those 2 switches. It might even be up under the sink in the front, but we'll see. But there we go, there's my system. Pretty easy. So I'll go over it real quick again. So you got your main line coming in from outside, and that's a regular hose, hooks up to it, or city water where you would find in an RV campsite or whatnot, water coming in. Just hook it. Just undo the cap, hook it on, good to go. So that's already got pressure. Now, come through there, goes be behind my tank, right there. It'll join my water pump after the water pump, because the water pump is only for this tank. So those 2 lines there will go 2 into 1, and it'll go through my filters, and then out, and that's my main water out, all super clean, all out, running behind there, down, running around, running in, and then it breaks off. It breaks off to the front sink and the tankless water heater, and it comes up here to the shower, and then another blue line comes over there to the toilet, and then also the bathroom sink. Boom. And then my hot water line is going to be pretty easy. I'm going to be doing that next here. That's just going to run straight off here. So I'm going to run my hot water out here. 1 line's going to go up for the sink, kitchen sink, and then it's going to run straight back here, straight behind the shower here. Behind hot water, it'll come out here. It'll turn. It'll go up here. Boom. Hot water line. Then it'll go through back here on the ground, underneath. Boom, over there. Up to bathroom sink. All that. Some hot water line running back here. Following this, following that. Same deal. Going up. Hot water, and then going back to the tankless water heater. And not this way. So only that way. So easier. So I'm about to do that, and I'll show you guys that. But I just want to show you how it was really easy to do it once I figured out the tools and whatnot. And you want to do a good job, man. I mean, this is if something leaks, especially if this is done and I have my wall back on, like I'll have to tear my wall apart to get to this. So I'm going to test my whole system before I put anything back together. I'm going to test it at 60 or 70 psi. and then I will never run my system more than 45 psi or 50. Might be 50 cap. That's it. So make sure you do a really good job and take your time. There was some tricks on how to do it. I wish I would have recorded, but I got all excited and knocked it out in like a couple hours. I was like, wow, that's awesome. So I will film some of the hot water stuff, and I'll show you how I do the fittings too as well. Alright, you guys, RB Life, I'm out. You guys, RB Life, DJ Darren here. Like I said, I'm going to show you how we do the specs plumbing here. Now, if you saw my video with the blue, I didn't really show you how to do it, but the blue is complete, cold water, so we're doing hot water now. And I got the hot water coming from the tankless water heater, coming up here. On this PEX plumbing is really awesome. It comes in a roll, so it's kind of bent, but you can straighten it out. But if it's straight, but you can also bend it and just kind of turn it. So all I did here was pull it out a little bit, bend it a little bit, because I'm just going to go around this corner a little bit. So there we go. I don't need to do any cut right there. Just let it turn by itself. And I'm going to use a T-fitting because I'm running my red line right here. So I'm going to be right here running that. So I'm going to be right over here like this, I believe. And then also later on I'm going to cut out right here. I'm going to cut out right here so these come in a little bit, because I want the wall to hit against here. So obviously this is going to be in the way. So I'm going to cut out this section and a little bit more here so the pipes will be pushed back. The blue will be right here, and then the red will be alongside it. The red will go right alongside parallel. I'm going to cut this section out right here with the circular saw so I can run another line here. But anyway, let's get it in the neighborhood. That looks about right here. And so we go ahead and put that like that. Grab ourselves a little ring. No crimp ring. And so we take the crimp ring, put it on there, put the piece on, and you want to kind of put the piece whatever angle, you know, it's going to stay in that angle. So I'm going to be angling in a little bit, and let's move it like that. So get out our crimp tool like this. The hardest thing about this was figuring out, like, hey, it don't open up. You know, it wouldn't open up. I couldn't figure it out. Well, you just pull this part right here. There you go, and then it'll open up over the whole entire thing. So I kind of pull it, I hold it, I bring it above here. Now watch your finger, man. This, I'm telling you, I got my finger in here stuck twice. Oh, it hurt so bad. The first time, oh, so bad. So I kind of center it up. If you want to get above it like this, I kind of center it up and let it go, let it grab on, and then kind of just cinch. Okay, now it's kind of ready to crimp. And you make sure it's in the right area. Everything looks good. Now, this tool I bought on eBay is China crap, but it works good. But look, it takes a lot of pressure. The other ones are better because they have longer handles and you can crimp better. So to do these crimps at this pressure is, even for me, I cannot barely do it just my hands. I have to push it on the ground like this because it's a lot of pressure. So you might want to buy yourself a good tool that doesn't suck like this one, so that you can crimp easier, you know, just using two hands crimping. Otherwise, you have to have a surface to push against. So here we go. Just crimp, just push. That's it. It'll lock all the way down, and it's got a certain feel when it's done that. Unlock it. There we go. Super crimp, baby. Super crimp. And they're really on there. And I'll go ahead and grab myself some red right here. Let's see. Grab a crimp ring. Just put this on here. Get that ready. Okay. Kind of run this up a little bit. Okay. Open up here. Kind of line up. Oh. My baby's already coming off here a little bit. Push that out. Make sure it's all the way on there too, you know. You got one shot at this. Otherwise you have to redo the whole thing. Okay. There we go. My ring moved a little bit. Here we go. Uh-oh. Okay. Everything clear. Check, check. Okay, we'll see if I can do this one just by brute strength. Oh, Jesus, it's really tough. Really tough, but... Oh, I did it. Oh, that's tough, though. I would advise buying the better PEX tool. But it's okay, this was like 20 bucks or something like that, so... doing the job for me. Okay, those are freaking on there. Perfect. Now we run this up here. We get approximate length to there. And do excess, you know. Give yourself some excess. You can just cut it later, and when you do your fittings, you got to put fittings on there and everything to attach it to things. You know, so give yourself some extra room. This PEX pipe is so cheap. I think it was like $25 for 100 feet or something. So, you know, give yourself some slack. Boom. See how we did that? Really easy. This tool took me forever to figure this out. I'm going to just show you how we do it. Okay? Because I didn't see any good videos on any of this stuff. So you see how I did the crimp tool, and you know, it is possible. We gotta be super strong, and this is on setting 5, so the most pressure. But a better tool will have longer handle, and it'll just be better mechanically for you. But anyway, it works for me. Price is right. Doing things on a budget. Now here we go. You want to make sure this is cheap too. You want to make sure this is on this teeth right here. You know, after 3 or 4 teeth or whatever, you know, and then you're gonna just put it on there. I push the blade. It should just crank, but it doesn't. So I just push the blade on it like that. And I hold it. I squeeze it like that, and then just crank. It's real easy. This is a crappy one, so I would advise buying the better one of these too as well. So, but it's been working for me today, so we're going with it. So there we go. And then you could, and I see it won't work by itself sometimes, so just hold it. Super clean, you know, super clean cut. That's what you want. Alright, so now we need to cut, okay, we got this piece coming up here. Now let's go ahead and bend this out a little bit. See, this has a bend in it. So we're just going to take the bend out of this real easily. So just kind of gently. Don't go crazy on this. Just kind of take the bend out of this gently. Okay, now there's no more bend in it. Perfect, pretty much, you know. Set that up there. Secure that, but move it like that. Now we need to go. Now I will reset up the camera because we're gonna go from this way, but I'll show you how we do it. So we know that I'm going this way for an unknown amount. So I'll just take my whole hole right here, right? Take my whole hole, and I'm just gonna feed into this. Right, I'm going to do my joint right here. and then I'll see what I need. I'll keep going as I go along here. You got to kind of plan this out from your start to finish of where you're. Sometimes you can't go back and you don't want to cut twice or cut it off. You don't have to. So plan your route out. So I'm going from the tankless water heater, which is where the start of the hot water is. The tankless water heater coming out, comes out from there up to my shower, and now we're going to be sending it over to the bathroom sink. So get another little ring, pop that on there. Okay. Set that on there. Unlock that. Let's see here. There we go. Okay. Looking good. Guys, I'll show you how to fix a mistake. Let's see. The last video I was doing the hot water lines, and what happened is this line is it's not on all the way. Now it could probably be okay, but we don't settle for that. We want perfect. We don't settle for that. So I'll show you how to fix this mistake. We have an unlimited line going this way, so it doesn't matter. We need to trim this off right here, and we're gonna fix this mistake right here. We need to cut that ring off, and we'll do it without causing any damage. So you're gonna look your cut here. You do not want to be cutting the T, or you'll have to do a whole new T and do all these again. So I'm gonna cut right where the black T right here ends. Right after that, I'm gonna cut right after that. Okay, here we go. Okay, perfect, perfect. Now I got this other tool right here. This is a crimp cutter, so it cuts the crimps. You see right there, this part goes inside the tube, and then this part cuts. So you can see right here, I'll show you sideways. This is going to go inside the tube. Uh-oh, it's not fitting. It's not fitting with this fitting. We might have a problem. Now there's other tools where this part right here is going to be narrower, but man, this is made for the actual tube right here to go in there, and looks like it's not going to do this T-fitting. So we need to figure out how to cut this. Let me think here, Well, we can't do it like that. Can't do it like that, or we'll destroy the T-fitting. We could, let me think. I don't know what we're gonna do. Let me see if we can go sideways on this. I don't think so. No. Let's experiment. Does not look good. Shoot. Well, I'm gonna have to do the whole thing over again. I don't have the tool to fit in there because this part's too big. So I'm going to have to cut this T-fitting out and do it again. Okay. Well, that is not a repair video, but just we are doing it again. So there you go. Alright, you guys. I messed up thing on my last fitting here. It wasn't on all the way and it crimped it, and my crimping tool does not fit in this little T-fitting. It's too big. So I have to just cut it. So we bite the bullet, we gotta just redo it. So let's not cry about it. Let's just recut it. Here we go. We cut this back up again. We got the slack already. You know, I've built at least a foot of slack in every line. You know, a foot of slack up there. So got slack to do all this over again, no problem. So leave yourself some slack for mistakes or issues. So I'm just gonna cut this right here. Okay, there's an old fitting. Get that. This piece is still going up. We're still doing the T-fitting. Here we go. Grab another T-fitting. Some crimps. Okay. Got the crimp right here. Boom. We got this going up. Oops, here we go. This going up here. Okay. Let's get crimping. Okay, put that right about there. Okay. Open our baby up. The jaws. I kind of use my finger in the back to keep the crimp steady, but watch out. You can get your finger so bad. I did twice already, and it didn't come out. Okay, so getting ready to crimp. It wasn't pushed on all the way, so make sure it's pushed on. That's why we're doing this again. So let's do this once again, but do it right. Here we go. Oh, a lot of weight. Oh, cramped. Okay, good cramp. Now let's crimp this up here. Okay. Open up our jaws. Kind of go sideways here so I can see it. It's all the way on there. Here we go. Okay, it's a little bit high up. Fix that a little bit here. I'm gonna bring it down. You can just kind of. Oh, there we go. I just knocked it down. Open up the jaws again. Take them off. Put them back on. Slowly release. Clamp. Initial clamp here. There we go. Okay. Initial clamp. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, jeez. Oh, so difficult. So difficult. I gotta use the ground or something here. Okay, we're gonna do it from a different angle because we need more power on that. So I'll do it right here because this plumbing could just bend all over the place, so it's fine. Let's get this crimper on there. There we go. Alright. Gosh. Oh, that's so much pressure. So much pressure. Okay, now we'll continue on. This is where I made the last mistake, so let's make sure we don't. So we don't have to do it again. Okay. Kind of keep my foot right there, keep it steady. Unlock the jaws. Lock the jaws on here. Make sure the lines on there, push on all the way. The ring is in the right place, okay. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. We're done with that section. Like I said, I'll be cutting this wood out right here so that this blue line comes back more, and then the red line will fit right next to it. And this goes right up to the hot water. And then now I will measure the red line out all the way around up to the sink. And so let me set up the camera and I'll show you how we do that. Guys, let's get this hot water line done. So we just fixed the T-line up to the shower. Now, let's see how much we need here. Like that. Kind of put my foot down here so we can get a measurement. Coming around the corner here. Coming around the corner. And then over here. Up here. Okay, so approximate. Give myself some slack always. Give myself a bunch of slack here. I'm gonna cut it way up here. Get that on there. Make a corner brace too. I'm going to show you guys how we do that. And grab the little, I don't know if you guys can see it, but you grab this corner thing like this. I'm going to see approximately where it starts turning. I'm going to put that up there. So I'm going to put that right there, and then just going to gently bend. Just gently bend this up and around like that. Oh, careful. There we go. There's my right angle bend I'm going to be having over here by the cold water. I'm going to bring this around. Bring this behind here. Oh. And then up and around here. Water line. Okay. Right, we'll have them running in the floor like this. And then there will be flooring over all this. So hide all that. But there's that. Let me show you. My turns. I am going to be cutting this down right here so that these side pieces can come down and sit. So I'm cutting this off right here, and then this part's going to get cut down so that these can lay more flat around this corner right here by themselves and be all snug and safe. There it goes. It's my hot water. And I believe that is done then. And that's my water line. Okay, so we got my hot water running from my tankless water heater, which will be insulated with pipe foam. I'm coming out here, going up to my shower, coming across underneath the floor, around over to the bathroom sink, and that concludes all the hot water. And then both of these lines, like I've mentioned before in my other videos, both of these lines will have a straight down line, probably inside over here. I'm thinking I will have the lines that run straight down through the bottom of the RV, so you can turn a switch and it'll open the pipes up, and you can drain all the pipes out, you know, if you need to drain all the water out of the pipes. And you have two little switches. Turn it, opens it, and just a line going straight down, and the water drains out. Hot water and cold water lines. It's important to have somewhere in the lines where you can open it up and it empties out all the water, and you turn your pump on and push it all out. You get all the water out. So anyway, so that's that. Looks like, well, I wish I had a little more red there. I thought I had about a foot more, but that's fine. This will have another little adapter cable like that on it, so something like that. It will flexy. I'll have something flexible on the end of both of these, and then it'll tie into the system. And then this is my propane line there, and then we'll be good to go on that. Alright, a little tankless water heater, so easy back there. Look how thin that is. Man, it comes out only about 3 or 4 inches. So I've got some space behind it, and everything works great. I'm going to be moving this pipe, so this pipe will be moving back, so there'll be 2 inches or more of space. So there'll be all the clearance that it needs around it, all super safe, and I'll have firewall material all the way around it to keep it safe. So there we go. So hot water system done, hot water lines. Now just time to do the fittings and get those done. This part, my cold water line, I may redo that. I don't like how it makes such a tough turn right there. I may just bring it out, run it along here. We'll see. But there you go. Looks like my lines are done. Okay.